Yeah, Vladdy is on a heater again. Vladdy Jr.'s got 45 home runs, so he passes Shohei Ohtani, and the Blue Jays are in the thick of a wild card race at the moment. Scott Braun, Joel Sherman, John Heyman. Here's actually the problem I'm having, Joel, just because he now has grabbed the home run lead. I'm starting to see nationally a lot more open up with the MVP discussion. I love the talk, but I remember thinking a few weeks ago, Ohtani can basically do nothing, and I'm giving it to him. I still feel that way. What about you?
Yeah, I think Ohtani is the MVP. I've seen guys have seasons as good as Vlad Jr. is having, and it's a spectacular year that probably wins the AL MVP. We have a player who's the best hitter and best starting pitcher on his team. I mean, we have like Mike Trout pitching like Lance McCullers Jr. It's almost impossible to believe. Like these last few years, how many minutes on these shows have we had people saying, hey, he's got to make a choice one way or the other? It turns out he didn't have to make a choice. He's brilliant at both of these. I know he's slowed down recently, but he's slowed down after a long season, 60-game season last year. No Trout or Rendon in the lineup to help him. I've never seen anything like it. In general, I like to see my MVP on a contending team, but not if they are going to do something that has never been done.
And his pitching has picked up. Yeah. I know his bat's fallen off a bit. His pitching's better in the second half. He's got more control. So are you on the other side of this?
No, absolutely not. I love Vlad. Vlad's great. He's having an incredible year. It's a year we see once every 3, 4, 5 years. This is a year none of us who are living has ever seen anything like this. I mean, Ohtani may be having the greatest baseball season any player's ever had. I thought it was wrapped up in July. I still think that. I watched all our shows today with interest, and I saw DeRosa agreed. He said, sure, Vlad can win the MVP if he starts 5 games and wins 4 of them with a 0.8 ERA. I think he hit it exactly on the head. Mad Dog, in a way, was right. He said that he favors Vlad, but he thinks
favors Vlad?
He favors Vlad, but he thinks that the vote will probably go to Ohtani. I'm sure the vote's going for Ohtani. I haven't polled anyone. I heard what Joel said, but I think he's going to get 29 or 30 votes. I think that's the question. Is he going to get 29 votes or 30 first place votes?
Also, by the way, what we were just showing was the wins above replacement just hitting-wise for Shohei Ohtani. If we combine pitching, he's close to 8. What's his number at the moment? 7.7? 7.7. So that's significantly over Vladdy Jr. And I'm not trying to play the war game. I'm just saying I don't want you to look there and go, oh, wait, Vladdy Jr.'s got the edge and more. No, he doesn't. Ohtani pitches.
To me, that's not even right. 7.7. His WAR should be off the charts. That's on the charts, 7.7. Yeah. I mean, he's leading. You know, WAR is not perfect, as we know, and certainly not in this case. I mean, we don't have to even look at that. This guy is one of the best pitchers in the league. He will get Cy Young votes, not first, but he'll get some votes. He is the MVP. He'll get 29 or 30 first-place votes. I mean, it's nice that Vlad is now 1 home run ahead of him. I mean, that's great. I mean, he's having a great year. I mean, he may win MVP. He's leading his team into the playoffs, it appears. I mean, normally that's an MVP year, but, I mean, this is Babe Ruth plus.
If you think that offensive performance also has something to do with what you're surrounded by, protection, guys on base, I mean, Guerrero, and again, I don't want to downgrade Vlad Jr.'s year. He might win the Triple Crown, but he's probably in the most stacked lineup in the league, right? Like Simeon will get MVP top 5 votes. Springer, when he's played, has been great. You know,
Teoscar Hernandez has been
Teoscar Hernandez has been terrific. Gurriel's been great down the stretch. Bichette has been good.
Stacked.
Like in the Angels lineup, it's been no Trout and Rendon. Upton hasn't performed that well. Fletcher hasn't performed that well. It's like he's all by himself as the best starter. He's certainly all by himself as the best hitter on a team. Again, like now it's becoming commonplace, but just think about what we're saying. The guy is an ace, not just by accident. As John's point, he'll get some down ballot Cy Young votes. And he'll get up ballot for if he was just a hitter this year, he would what? Like if he was just a hitter this year, he'd finish 2nd or 3rd in the MVP?
Yes. Right.
I mean, it's to John's point, it might be the greatest baseball season there's ever been.
Yeah, if he was just a hitter, you're right. I think he'd probably be 3rd. I mean, he might be. You're right. 2nd or 3rd is exactly right.
Because if he was just a hitter, he'd also be playing the field and be getting WAR points. Because I think we all think he'd be good defensively.
Oh, I mean, he's got speed. He's got a pretty good arm, from what we can tell. You know, it's a season we'll never see again.